Hello guys, welcome to today's session in Quantsapp, and today we will be learning about, as you can see behind, funds with better diversification and returns than FlexiCap, right? So we will be discussing that, but before that, if you're new to the video, you can go in the description. There is a link below from where you can download and install the wealth application of Quantsapp. After successful registration, you will get some free tools there that you can use for your investment purpose. Also, in the video library, we have given multiple videos on investment and pro tools that you can use for your investment journey. Right now, at any point of time, if you'll get any query, so you can contact us on our support. Okay, so the number will be given in the left hand side here. Okay, so you can contact us and we will be there to help you out in your investment journey. Right now, coming back to today's topic, that is funds with better diversification and returns than FlexiCap. Right, so now we are here to find alternatives for your FlexiCap. But before that, let's discuss what are the FlexiCap. Okay, now if I tell you the definition of FlexiCap, as the name suggests, FlexiCap, it means the flexible. Okay, so they are very flexible. It means they have right, they can invest any amount, okay, in any stocks, you can say, or any sector, you can say. Okay, so for example, when you talk about the large cap, so they have mandate that they have to invest 80% in large cap. Okay, the large cap funds. Right, when you talk about the mid cap funds, so they have mandate that they have to invest 60% in the mid cap stocks only. If you talk about the small cap funds, so they have the mandate that they have to invest 65% in the small cap fund only. But when we talk about the FlexiCap, okay, FlexiCap mutual funds, so they don't have that kind of mandate. They can invest any amount in any kind of stocks or sector they like, right? But is it happening? Is it really happening? So the answer is no. Why? Because when we will see the data, so you will get to know, like these FlexiCap, they are very much inclined towards the large cap. They are very much inclined toward the large cap. And if you will see the report of FlexiCap, so approximately 66% averagely 66% of the capital of FlexiCap are being invested in the large funds. Now, why so? Why they are investing so much, so much of their capital, 66% of their capital in large caps, not in the mid caps or not in the small caps? Because when you will compare it, for example, just wait. Okay, so for example, if I'll compare it, okay, so for example, here I'll write the small cap, okay, small cap, then there is mid cap, okay, and there is large cap. Okay, now when you will talk about the large cap, so there is so much of liquidity is high. Okay, so in large cap the liquidity is high. Then mid cap, the liquidity is also high, or you can say moderate in comparison to this large one. Okay, and when we talk about the small cap, so here the liquidity is very small as comparison to the large cap and mid caps, right? But the small cap has the capability to provide you maximum returns. Okay, so they are the active funds. If you will go with them, they can provide you so much of the benefit, so much of profit, but it comes with a huge risk. Okay, so much risk are available here. Then the moderate profit that can be provided you, so that is in the mid cap. So in mid cap, you get the moderate profit and moderate risk also. Okay, so a little bit risk will be there. Now in the large cap, there is so much liquidity because many of the mutual funds are going there. Okay, many of the investors, they are also investing there. So it comes with a good profit, you can say. Okay, so it comes with a good profit, but at the same time there will be risk involved, but not as much comparison to the smaller cap or the mid cap, right? So good profit with less risk, you can say. Right, so whenever we are talking about the FlexiCap, they are free to invest in any of the fields, but they choose to invest in large cap because they don't want to risk the capital, and that is why they go for the term that we call the benchmark hugging. Benchmark hugging. So that is the term that we use in this investment, that is benchmark hugging. Okay, that means they are going for the safest option that is available. They are not going for the active one that can provide you more returns but involved with a huge risk. So that is why they avoid this and they go with the large cap. Right now, let's see the PPT. Okay, so as you can see here, a Flexicap fund is an open-ended dynamic equity scheme according to SEBI's notification. It makes investment in business with any market capitalization. Okay, so they are free to use any market capitalization here. Right now, in an open-minded dynamic equity program is called a Flexicap. So you can read this definition, okay, by yourself. You can take a screenshot, right? Okay, now I'm going ahead. Now here you can see the Flexicap fund, which is launched on September 16. So it is giving us the date when it was released. So it was launched on September 16, 2003. Right, there is one more thing. In 2001 also we have seen there was multi-cap funds also. Okay, so we have talked about mid cap, then we have talked about large cap, small cap, we are talking about flexi cap also, but there's one more thing, that is multi cap. Now multi cap is the fund that invests 25% each. For example, 25% in small cap, 25% in mid cap, and 25% in small cap. Sorry, large cap. Okay, so 25 in small, 25 in mid, and 25 in large cap. Okay, and it is mandatory for it. Okay, so that is why it is called the multi cap, right? And multi cap, we will discuss it later why it is also a good alternative of the flexi cap, but let it go for now. Okay, so here I can see the flexi cap was launched on September 2003. It has delivered a CAGR of 18.31% to the investors as compared to 17.23 delivered by the benchmark index BSE 500 TRI. Okay, so when we are comparing the Flexicap with the BSE 500 का TRI, ठीक है, जो टोटल हम रिटर्न बोलते हैं इंडेक्स का, ठीक है, तो इसमें क्या होता है, TRI क्या होता है, तो इन TRI there is profit, in TRI there is profit plus dividend involved. Okay, so when we take it as a whole, so then we call it as a TRI. तो जो BSE 500 का TRI है, as comparison to that, we are seeing we got 1%, approximately 1% more returns in Flexicap. Yeah, so Flexicap was good, right? Again, if we comparing it with BSE इंडेक्स के TRI, जो BSE इंडेक्स का TRI है, टोटल रिटर्न इंडेक्स, ठीक है, तो उसमें हम देखें तो करीबन 70.58, यानी यहां पे भी हमें करीबन 1% ज्यादा देखने को मिल रहा है. वी आर सीइंग हियर द फ्लेक्सिकैप आर प्रोवाइडिंग मोर देन 1%. Okay, so approximately 1% as we are comparing it with the, if we comparing it with the BSE 500 TRI or BSE Sensex TRI, right? Now, what if I'll compare it with the Nifty? So if I'll compare it with the Nifty, so I can see from the, if I'll tell you the last 3 years average returns, okay, last 3 years average return, so I can see Nifty provided me a return of 18% approximately, okay, 18.14 approximately, I guess, okay, and I'm not talking about the interest, I'm talking about the TRI. In TRI, the returns plus the dividend is also involved, right? In comparison to this 18.14 it was, I guess, okay, so in comparison to Nifty, my Flexicap provided me 20, okay, so it was Flexicap, okay, 20.5 I guess approximately, so 20.15% returns was provided by the Flexicap. It means approximately I can see the difference of 2%, so 2% returns was provided by more return was provided by the Flexicap as comparison to Nifty. If I'll compare the 5 years, if I compare the 5 years rolling data, so I can clearly see in the 5 years rolling data, when Nifty was providing me 12.14% returns, at the same time the Flexicap was providing me 12.55% returns. Okay, so clearly I can see in the 5-year rolling data also, the Flexicap was providing me more percent of returns as comparison to Nifty, right? But approximately it was same here, but we can not totally ignore this one also, right? We can not totally ignore this one. So you know, there's no doubt the Flexicap was a good one, okay? There's no doubt. Let's see ahead what ahead in the PPT. Okay, now if we talk about the characteristics of FlexiCap, so the FlexiCap funds are free to invest at any market cap because they have no mandate. So as I have told you already, they have no mandate. They can invest any ratio of amount in any stocks or any equity, or you can debt funds. They can invest, right? But the fund manager choose to invest in the safest option. Also they go with the benchmark hugging that we call, okay? They avoid the risk taker stocks, right, which can provide you good growth, right? Okay, now in FlexiCap funds only the stocks with the specified market cap are available for the fund manager to select. Yeah, so here again we can see there is a fund manager, right, that has to decide whether in which sector or in which stock they have to invest, right? Now the FlexiCap funds may be of interest to investors looking for a large cap focus. So as I have told you before, in the FlexiCap the 66% of the investment is done in the large cap. So it is good for the investors who who wants to invest in multiple funds, but the main focus is on the large cap, right? That is the safest option, and that will be that will be not affected by the large volatility of the market also, right? So that is one of the thing. Okay, now where I was, okay, FlexiCap funds have a lot of advantages. FlexiCap, for instance, lower the risk of market volatility. So I have already told you, okay, so they are free of market volatility. Why? Because they are going with 66% of their investment is going on the large cap funds, right? So when we are investing in a large cap funds, so it automatically reduces your risk. Okay, so it is independent of market volatility, right? So you can go with the FlexiCap funds if you are aiming for the large caps, okay, and you want less risk of the market volatility, right? Let's see ahead what's in the PPT. Okay, तो थोड़ा आगे चलते हैं. Okay, now we have the alternatives that we were looking for. So when I'll talk about the alternatives, right? So the first I can see a small difference in returns of FlexiCap funds and Nifty 50, right? So it means when I was comparing the returns of the Nifty 50 and this FlexiCap, so I can say there was a not that much of difference, right? That not much of difference. So when I talk about the alternatives, so instead of investing in FlexiCap, if you want some diversification or returns, so you can also go with the Nifty 50 mutual funds. Okay, Nifty 50 mutual funds, you can also go with them, right? Instead of Flexi, if you are looking for safe option, or you are looking for the alternatives of FlexiCap, right? Yeah. If I'll tell you one more thing, when we are investing in FlexiCap, okay, so as they are investing large amount in large cap, mid caps, so there is a taxation issue also, right? So there will be more tax in the large cap and mid caps as comparison to the small caps, right? And you can see the 66% of the FlexiCap was invested in the large caps, right? So that was one of the issue that you can see there, right? Now, so if you are looking for the alternative, so you can go with the Nifty 50 mutual funds also, right? Then small FlexiCap are more agile, okay? So they are more agile. It means they can provide you more profit, right? But when we talk about the FlexiCap, they don't give much percentage to small caps. Why? Because the fund manager don't want to take risk, right, with the capital. So that is why they go with this. But if you are an independent investor and you are doing some research, you have a good knowledge of investment, so you can also go with the small caps because they are more agile. Yes, there will be risk involved, but at the same time, if you got a grasp on a good stock or good mutual fund, it can provide you a good profit in future, right? So this is one more alternative that will provide you more profit but comes with more risk, right? So that's it. Now talking about large cap and mid cap, so large cap and mid cap, they are also one of the alternatives, because also we can see when we are doing investment in the FlexiCap, so they are also providing 66% in the large cap. So instead investing in that, you can directly go with the large cap and mid caps funds, right? So that is the thing. Now the other funds can be customized. Okay, so other funds can be customized, so you can go with the other funds also. Okay, there are multiple funds, right? So you can go with them. There are IDCW and there are many more, right? So you can go with them also. You can just check if they are how much percentage of returns they are providing you. Okay, then the multi-cap funds, so you can go with the multi-cap funds if you want the diversification also, because in multi-cap I have already told you they will provide 25%, 25% and 25% to small caps, to mid caps and to large caps, right? So they will provide you a definite ratio. Okay, so all of your capital will be divided at a divided in a equal amounts and will be invested in all three of them, right? So you don't have to care about market volatility for this one, right? And this one 25%, this has the largest chance of giving you good returns, so that is how it can also maintain a good aspect of risk and profit, right? So multi-cap is also a good alternative for you. Now choose funds which have better allocations, small and mid cap. So you can choose the small and mid caps also. Allocation 15, 30, 15. So you can also choose the mutual fund which have good allocation as 50 large, 35 mid and 15 small. Okay, so you can go with this type of allocation also, 50 large, 35 mid and 15 in small, right? So these are the all alternatives that you can use that can give you a diversification and good returns as comparison to FlexiCap, right? So that was it for today's videos. I hope guys आपको ये पसंद आया होगा, ठीक है? तो we try to cover like what are the FlexiCap funds and what are the alternatives of FlexiCap funds, right? So this is all for today's video, right? If you like the video, you can अगर आपको पसंद आया तो आप लाइक का बटन दबा सकते हो, ठीक है? यू कैन कमेंट अस डाउन, जो भी आपके व्यूज है, जो भी आपके डाउट्स है, यू कैन कमेंट अस डाउन, ठीक है? अगर आपको वीडियो पसंद आई होगी तो ओके. देन इफ यू आर न्यू टू द चैनल, यू कैन सब्सक्राइब द चैनल ऑल्सो, एंड थैंक यू फॉर योर वैल्यूएबल टाइम, ठीक है? लेट्स मीट इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. दिस इज योर ट्रेनर अंकित सिंह रावत. हैव अ वेरी गुड डे.